Hello, my first graders. I'm here to show you and model for you the addition strategy we're going to talk about today. So when you've been solving addition problems like 5 plus 4, you've been drawing out circles and then you count all the circles to get your answer. That's a strategy we use for addition problems or plus problems. Now, today I'm going to show you another strategy. When we're dealing with small numbers like this, drawing circles is fine. But soon we're going to get to big numbers. And when we do that, we're not going to be able to draw out all our circles. For example, if you were solving 20 plus 3, you wouldn't want to draw out 20 circles. And if we were in school, I would tell you there's no way I'm counting 20 circles. It's too many. And we make more mistakes, and we just don't always even have room to write out our 20 circles. So we need another strategy we can use. So today's strategy is called counting on. Okay, this is the strategy we are going to focus on for our addition problems, counting on. So the way we do that is we look at our problem and we decide what one is the biggest number. Well, the biggest number that we see here is 5. So I'm going to put a circle around 5 because it's my biggest number. Okay, so I'm going to put 5 in my head because it's the biggest number. It's the one I'm going to start with. And 4 on my fingers. So I'm going to get myself ready now. 5 is going to go in my head. 4 is going to go on my fingers. I'm going to hold up 4. You ready? Watch how I do this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my answer is 9. It's a lot faster than drawing out circles, isn't it? A lot easier. So the reason why I tap my head is because I want to remind myself right now that that's the number that I'm starting with. It's the number that's going in my head. Now I know some people don't like to touch their head. Okay, so if you don't want to touch your head, you can like tap your leg if you want, but it's the number that you're starting with. And then we count on from there. The reason why we touch something is to remind us that we say that number first and then we count on. Okay, so let me show you another one. And I'm going to use a bigger number. So I'm going to do 11 plus 6. Okay, so which one is my biggest number? It's 11. So I'm going to put a circle around 11. It's my biggest number. And I'm going to put 6 on my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to use my count on strategy. So ready? I have my fingers ready with 6. Okay, I'm going to put 11 in my head. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so 11 plus 6 equals 17. Now, I'm going to give you another strategy that will help you. Okay, not only do we put the 6 on our fingers, I've found that a lot of times when we're trying to wiggle our fingers separately in the air, it can be tough. So this is what I suggest for you. Okay? On your book or on the table, whatever you're working with, I suggest you hold your fingers up against it and then you just tap. Okay? It's easier for us to tap our fingers when we're pushing it on something. So let me show you that again with my tapping strategy. You ready? 11 goes in my head. I have 6 on my fingers. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 17. It makes it easier when we tap. Okay, so that's the strategy. I forgot about that for a second, but I want you guys to try. So let's do another one. I'll pick a smaller number and we're going to practice that together where we circle the big number. We're going to circle it. I'm going to do the circling since it's on my board, but we're going to put the big number in our head and we'll count on. So let's do changing my mind. Let's do 7 plus 3. Okay, the big number is 7 and the small number is 3. Okay, so I circled my big number. I'm going to put 3 on my fingers. You're going to put 3 on your fingers too. Okay, I'm going to hold my fingers against my board. You're going to put your fingers against the table, your book, whatever you have in front of you, okay? You want them down so it's easier to tap. We're going to put 7 in our head, and then we're going to count on. You ready? Do it with me. 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you get 10 too? All right. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to show you is sometimes, notice how my big number was at the beginning? Our big number is not always at the beginning. Sometimes it's not. It's the middle number. So even when we have a problem like 2 plus 9 equals, okay? Look at our problem. Which one's the bigger number? It's the 9. So it's okay that it's in the middle. It doesn't really matter, okay? As long as we look and we see, we circle the big number because we know we're going to start with that one, and then we're going to count on. Remember yesterday when we talked about changing the order of the add-ins? It doesn't matter. We'll get the same answer. We always start with the bigger number first when we're counting on. So I'm going to put 9 in my head, 2 on my fingers. I want you to do this with me, okay? Get your 2 fingers ready. Hold it against your desk, your book, whatever is in front of you, okay? Your table. You ready? So I'm going to put 9 in my head and I'm going to count on. 9, 10, 11. Did you get 11 too? All right. So let's put 11 here. Okay. So that is our counting on strategy. Big number in our head, small number on our fingers, right? We touch our head, or like I said, if you want to just touch your shoulder, your leg, if you don't want to put it in your head. I like head because I want us to think we're starting with that number. I'm sticking in my head and counting on. And then the other numbers on our fingers, and we tap as we go, okay? We count on. All right, let's take a look at our book. We're on lesson 3.2 today. All right, my first graders. So I know that 3.2 does start on page 137, but we're skipping that, and we're going to go right to page 138. So if you're not on page 138, just pause and find that page, okay? Remember, we're skipping the first page of 137. I'm skipping that today. And we're going to look at page 138. All right. So if you're on 138, you're ready to go. If not, you're pausing and finding your page. So we're going to use that count on strategy that you just saw me using. Okay, and we can count on to find the next number. Now, our book likes to have us write it out. I don't have you do that. And the reason why I don't have you do that is because it ends up being a little bit more confusing. So we're going to do the strategy I just taught you, where when we look at our plus problem, we circle the biggest number and we count on. So we have 3 plus 5. Well, 5 is the biggest number. Okay? And then we count on. They put 5 in a box. Okay, we put 5 in our head, and it's like counting on. So let's practice that. You're going to put 5 in your head, so you want to touch your head. And then we're going to put 3 on our fingers. So I know you can't see me touching my head, but I am, okay? And if you don't want to touch your head and you just want to tap next to you with the number and count on, you can do that. And I can show you that now just so that you can see your option, which I think is, I like the head better, but you ready? So 5 is our big number. 3 is our small number. I'm going to put 5 in my head. So ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there is our number 8. We counted on 5 plus 3 equals 8. All right, let's look down here. Here's another example. 2 plus 6. So we circle our big number. That's the number 6. Okay, 2 is our small number, so 2 goes on our fingers. We're going to put 6 in our head and count on. So you ready? 6, 7, 8. So 6 plus 2 equals 8. And we can trace over this 8. They put squares here, or we could put circles, and they're showing you 6, 7, 8. Okay. So it's just a different way. Let's look at this one. 6 plus 3. What's the biggest number? 6. Okay, and we can do their strategy. 3 is the small number. It's the one that's going to go on our fingers, but we can draw a picture out for the 3. Okay, so you ready? If we put 6 in our head, then we count on. Let's try their strategy with their circles. You ready? 6. So put 6 in our head. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 plus 3 equals 9. Let's try it with our other strategy. We'll put 6 in our head, 3 on our fingers. You ready? Let's see if we still get 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you still get 9? Yeah. All right. We have, oh, look, they put the equal sign on the other side, right? Remember, we can just cover that up and look at our problem. 1 plus 6. What's our biggest number? 6. Very good. I hope some of you circled your 6 already. All right. We're going to put 6 in our head, and we're going to count on 1 more. We can draw our circle if we want to show that 1, but we're going to count on. Ready? Put 6 in our head. 6. 1 more is 7. Very good. Right? We can even do it with our fingers. Put 6 in our head and we'll count 1 more. 6, 7. Very good. All right. So here again, equal sign is on the wrong side. So we're going to cover up that equal sign. We have 7 plus 1. What's the biggest number? 7. So we're circling 7. Okay, and we can try, let's do their strategy first. We'll put 1 circle for 1, and we'll count on. Put 7 in our head. 7, 8. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Let's try our strategy. 7 in our head, 1 on our finger. Ready? Touch your head. 7, 8. We got the same answer. So both strategies work. You just have to figure out which one do you want to use. I like the fingers better just because I find that as our numbers get a lot bigger, it makes it easier so that when we're using bigger numbers, we don't have all the circles all over. But it is up to you. So you see these ones with the check marks, number 5 and number 6. 2 plus 7. 7 plus 3, I want you to circle the bigger number, and you decide. Either make your circles for the small number and count on, or put the big number in your head and just count on with your fingers. You decide. So pause, do 5 and 6 with using your count on strategy. Hit play when you're ready. All right, if you're on this means that you're ready to see our answers. So you had 2 options. Remember, you could either, always circle the big number, but then you could draw a circle for the small numbers, or you could have used your fingers. So I'll show you both examples. So we circled 7. You should have 7 circled. If you didn't do that, you want to do that, because 7's the number that goes in our head. Okay, 2 is the small number. It can either go on our fingers or we can make dots. So I'm going to try their strategy first. I'm going to put 7 in my head. 7, 8, 9. Okay, or I could have done it on my fingers. 7, 8, 9. Got the same answer. Same thing with this. Equal sign on this side. We cover that up, right? 7 plus 3. You should have circled 7. It was the bigger number. If you didn't do that, you want to do that just for that practice so you're sure. Okay, I can do either my 3 circles, right? Or I could have put 3 on my fingers. So let's put 7 in our head and count on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, or we could have put 3 on our fingers. 7, 8, 9, 10. Both ways get us the right answer. It's up to you. So let's look across the page. Okay, again, we're just using our count on strategy. So boys and girls, to make this easier, you ready? We're going to get rid of this bottom row today. Okay, all I need you to do is this top row. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to circle the bigger number, and then you're going to count on to find your sum or find the answer. Now you can either do your circles for the small numbers, okay, your circles like we had over here, or you can just use your fingers. It's up to you. You decide what strategy works best for you. What's going to get you the right answer. So I'm going to show you this one just for practice, and then you're going to be doing the rest. You have 1 plus 9. What's the bigger number? 9. So I circle 9. Now I can either make one circle for my other number, or I can use my finger. I'm going to use my finger to make it easier. So I'm going to put 9 in my head, and I'm going to count on one more. You ready? 9, 10. So 10 is my answer. If I had did my circle for the number 1, it would have been the same. 9, 10. All right, you are going to do the rest of these right here in this row. So pause, hit play when you're finished to check your work. Okay, if you're listening to this now, it means that you are ready to check your work. You had 8 plus 3. Did you get 11? You should have 8 circled, 8, and then you count on 9, 10, 11. 8 plus 1, you should have 8 circled because you put that in your head. Count on one more, 9. You had 6 plus 1. 6 goes in your head. Then you get one more, 7. 9 plus 3. 9 should be circled. And then you count 3 more, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7 plus 2. 7 should be circled. That's your biggest number. Put 2 on your fingers or 2 on your paper. 7, 8, 9. All right. If you need to pause to fix something or try it again, go ahead. If not, we're going to go on down here. Adam has 6 hats. Molly has 3 hats. They stack all their hats. Then Blake puts 2 more hats on the stack. How many hats are on the stack? All right, so we're going to do this in 2 different problems. So we have Adam has 6 hats. Molly has 3 hats. They stack all their hats. Then Blake puts 2 more hats on the stack. How many hats are on the stack? So we're adding all these numbers together. We're going to start with the first part first. We have 6 hats and 3 hats because they stack those together. So we're going to do 6 plus 3. We're filling that in. We're going to circle our biggest number. Okay, and then we're going to count on. I'm going to put my 3 circles over here. I'll use that strategy right now. You can use your fingers if you prefer. And we're going to count on. Put 6 in our head. 6, 7, 8, 9. So Adam and Molly, 6 plus 3, have 9 hats all together. Now we're going to add Blake's 2 hats. So we have 9 hats from Adam and Molly. See, our answer was 9. Then we have to add 2 more to that. So we're going to do 9 plus 2. We're going to circle our biggest number. And we're going to count on. So I'll use my finger strategy for this one. If you want to make your 2 circles, you can, or you can just put your 2 fingers up. You ready? We're going to put 9 in our head. 9, 10, 11. So all together, they have 11 hats. All right. This one down here. Terry added 3 and 7. He got a sum of 9. His answer is not correct. Describe how Terry can find the correct sum. So Terry, he didn't add correctly. He added 3 and 7, and he said it's 9, but they're telling us that's not right. So let's try that one on our own. So let's add 3 plus 7 and see what do we get. So you can write 3 plus 7 on your paper. All right, circle the biggest number. Okay, and we can put 3 on our fingers or we can make our 3 circles. It's up to you, whatever's best for you. We're going to put 7 in our head and we're going to count on 3 more. So you ready? 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. So they want us to describe how he can find the correct sum. Well, think, how did we solve that problem? What did we do? What strategy did we use? We used the count on strategy. We put the big number in our head and we counted on. So that's what we would tell Terry to do to find the correct answer. So we're not going to write anything down here since we discussed it. He put 7 in his head and he counted on 3 more. Use the count on strategy. If you're ready, we're going to turn the page. If not, you can pause the video. All right, let's look here. Cindy and Joe pick 8 oranges. Then they pick 3 more oranges. How many oranges do they pick? So let's solve that. 8 oranges plus 3 oranges. We're going to use our count on strategy. What number do we circle? 8. Okay, and then we need 3 more. So we can either use our fingers or we can draw our 3 circles. It's up to you. All right, you ready? Let's put 8 in our head and we'll count on. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 oranges. All right. We are going to give this a try. This is a little tricky. Jennifer has blank stamps. She gets blank more stamps. How many stamps does she have now? So we need to use these numbers to help us. Okay, we're going to use these numbers to make a problem and have the answer. Now we have to use 3 of these. We can't use any other numbers. So we have to think, what 2 numbers could we add together to get one of these numbers? So remember, when we're doing the add-ins, when we're adding together, we would add the small numbers to get a big number. So look at these. Which are the 2 smallest numbers that we can add together? What do you see? You see a 3 and a 7. So let's try that. So let's put 3, because that's a small number, and 7, because that is a small number. Let's see if this works. Let's circle the big number. We're going to put that in our head and we're going to count on. I'm going to put 3 on my fingers. Ready? We're going to put 7 in our head and count on. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. Hey, does that work? Is one of our numbers 10? Yes, it is. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. We just didn't use the 9. So let's fill it in here. Jennifer has blank stamps. So what number do we have first? 3. She gets blank more stamps. How many more did we give her? 7. How many stamps does she have now? Well, we figured that out. It was 10 stamps. All right. If you need to pause, you can. If not, we're going to look at the last one at the bottom. It says count on from 3. Write the number that shows 2 more in the box below. So boys and girls, when it says count on from 3, write the number that shows 2 more. That's like saying start with 3. If we're counting on, that means we're getting more. Plus 2 equals. So you're going to see this on your personal math trainer. I think there's even one of these on your test where it says count on from a number. So that means what they want us to do, if we're counting on, that's an addition. That's an addition strategy. So it's a plus problem. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. Okay, counting on is an addition plus strategy. So 3 plus 2, we're going to circle the 3. That's our biggest number, and count on 2 more. Ready? Put 3 in your head. 3, 4, 5. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So if we started at 3, we count on 2 more, it equals 5. All right, boys and girls, you're going to work on your personal math trainer. Use that count 1 strategy to practice.